Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, MsEbonyV. Welcome back or to my channel. So today's video is going to be a voiceover on these textured clip-ins. These are from Sensationnel Curls, Kinks Co collection. I have it in the style Dream Chaser 14 inches and in the color 1B. In this package, there are a total of 9 pieces and they're in different lengths ranging between 3 inches to 9 inches. Referring to the length of the wefts and not the hair. The hair again is 14 inches. So I already have my hair prepped with these 4 braids in the front and then the remainder of my hair going back into 2 ponytails. I have the 4 braids because I do plan to do some crocheting around the parting area. So for this installation, I'm basically just measuring the weft with the area of my head that I'm going to place it. I open up the clips and just simply clip it in place. You guys, it is seriously that easy. Nothing to it. Now for this install, it's really okay to kind of give yourself a lot of space in between the wefts because the back portion is going to be covered anyway. I probably could have used a little bit more space than what I did use when installing this hair. With these clip-ins, it's really all about strategy and placement. Like if you just think a little strategically on how to place the hair, you know, you'll be sure to get all 9 pieces in proper place. Like it took me a little minute, but I did get it. This is definitely a day that I was rushing as usual. I feel like I'm always rushing, but I actually had a gig this day and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have time to be trying to figure this out. Let's just hope and pray for the best. And that's basically how I installed this hair. I was just taking a chance. It ended up working out though, for the most part. If y'all see a body in the background, that is my son. He likes to just come hang and chill with me sometimes, which I love. You know, I don't mind. I'd be like, come on, let's chit chat. Let's catch up. So he's my joy. So right now I am really strategically trying to place this hair around the 2 braids where my part is going to be, so that I can crochet the hair through those 2 braids and it looks super natural. So here I realized I had a bit of a gap and that was a good place to add another clip in. You know, it's not the best idea to have gaps closer to the front of the head because all the hair in the front is going to cover the hair in the back, so the back doesn't matter as much. So now I'm going to start taking pieces of the hair in the clip closest to the braid and start crocheting it through the braid so that I get that natural effect. And I'm just going to continue to do this around both of these 2 braids that is serving as my parting space. Now, as a perfectionist, I will say that, you know, I don't think that this is a perfect method. But it does help. I feel like it still gives a pretty nice and decent result. And I would definitely do it again. However, I will say that with this hair and the way that I'm doing this crochet method, I don't see this as a reusable style. Like I couldn't reuse these clips. You know, I did leave them in for a couple of days just so that I can get some use out of them, but I would not have taken them out and then reinstalled them. Like that just was not happening because, you know, with the cutting and movement and frizzing and like it would have just been a mess. So I didn't even bother reusing this hair. Once I took it out after a couple days, that was basically it. So when I mentioned the frizz, this is pretty much what I'm talking about because now I'm just gonna kind of frizz the root of the hair, you know, just to kind of get it to blend and cover up any imperfections there may be. And again, to help it look more natural. So just frizzing at the root will do that. So some of these curls were, you know, kind of tight. So I just kind of went through the hair and started separating them some more. You have to be very careful with that though. But my goal and preference was to have, you know, like day 2 hair instead of day 1. Because I knew I wasn't going to have it in or wear it as long. So that's what I was going for. So I didn't mind the frizz because that, you know, again, I was looking for day 2 hair. Now I'm going to go through cutting the hair and just adding layers. I like to start with that little front middle section just to kind of give me a guide on how I want the front to fall, and then continue on starting from there with the remainder of the hair. I have no rhyme or reason other than what I just explained. I just kind of go through and cut as I see in a downward motion so that, you know, I have a layered effect. I do not like all one length straight hair, you know, or not straight, but all one length hair. So I definitely cut in an angular motion so that I can get some layers all throughout the hair, give me a little dimension. And now that I got one side to my liking, I'm basically just going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So while I'm going through this cutting process, I felt like it was a good time to mention the fact that I tend to mention, you know, my gig life quite a bit on my channel. So I felt like it was a good idea to kind of share some of that life with y'all. It's not something that I share often, so if you want to see a part of my gig life, be sure to stay tuned until the end. I do have a clip of my show that I actually wore this hair for. So now that I got the cut pretty much to my liking, I'm gonna go ahead and add some foaming mousse. This is some good old Dollar Tree foaming mousse. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree products, y'all. I like to save coins. And I'm just adding this to just kind of control some of the frizz I experience with, you know, frizzing the root and cutting the hair, you know, just to kind of help it give it a little definition back. I don't like a whole lot of definition with this type of style, but just a little bit. And after I got myself together, this is pretty much the final look, y'all. And I absolutely love this outcome. I feel like it looks pretty natural. You can probably tell that it may be a little crochet going on, but I think it looks really good. And I am quite pleased with the outcome. So I would definitely rock this clip-in style again. You basically just need to make sure your edges are nicely prepped and you got a good foundation, and clip away, y'all. So with that, I thank you all so much for watching today. I truly appreciate it. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not, and I will be sure to catch you all in the next video. Now go ahead and stay tuned for this gig clip. Bye, y'all.